Hello everyone, today's video of a remake of Avatar Profile going to be doing is one of the land's apex predators, and that is the Thanator, or the Na'vi language, the Palalukan. The Thanator is a carnivorous hexapodal animal native to the forests of Pandora. Although many regions of the moon have yet to be explored, xenobiologists currently believes that it may be the apex predator on Pandora. Reminiscent of the terrain large felines or the extinct Inostrancevia. This enormous, powerful, and ferocious animal is unique in its ability to lord over its territory and strike fear into the other largest and fiercest Pandora's terrestrial carnivores. Even the Na'vi, who are renowned for their courage and skill in hunting, are shaken by the approach of the creature. A lean and agile feline-like creature, the Thanator's musculature is pronounced and impressive, providing power to protect runs and leaps, and the speed of its neck and jaw strikes is swift. In addition to conventional ripping and tearing, the Thanator can also deliver a fatal blow from its thin armored tail. An impact from the tail is strong enough to defend against other Thanators. The creature's senses are so highly developed that, depending on the atmospheric conditions, can detect prey up to 13 kilometers away. The Thanator has 10 sensory quills that sport from sections of the armor plating that encircle the rear of its skull. The function of the quills is still a mystery, but it has been hypothesized that they may be tied into the internal mechanism of prey location, possibly echolocation or other sensory pinpointing system. The quills also flare up and produced more menacing appearance. It also has an armored neck and back, a massive dis- distensible, distractible jaw, and 3 centimeter long sharp teeth. The Thanator has burnished black skin. Its 10 external sensory quills are colored bright red and yellow. The upper lip folds back for maximum tooth extraction. The Na'vi, who are around 9 to 10 feet tall, could ride the back on one of these beasts, making the Thanator approximately 20 feet or 6 meters long. It has long 6 legs and 2 sets of opercula on each side of its neck. When sensing for prey or for threats, it can raise its upper body and 2 front legs, standing on its forelegs, back limbs, as it sniffs the air. And if you can see, the Thanator has 2 eyes, because all Pandoran animals have 4 eyes, but this one only has 2. At some point in the past of its ancestor, it might have evolved two eyes. For unknown reasons, we'll never know. For its behavior, Thanators appear to be solitary hunter. It normally does not stay outside of its territorial range, which is believed to be roughly 300 square kilometers. It appears to hunt mainly at night, although it seems to make an exception if hungry enough. Thanator's habitat mainly inhabits the jungle floor, though similar species have been observed in subarctic regions. It is not the only one, there are subspecies and their variants. Boulderlands Thanator is a subspecies that is adapted live in rocky and mountainous environment. An extreme dangerous predator that will stalk and ambush its prey. Armored head and massive distastable armored jaw. Teeth are 23 centimeters long, and you get the idea. Apex land predators omnivore with preference for hunting nocturnal. Most fearsome of all Pandoran land animals, with wide armored tail, can slam it prey or defend against another Thanator. Given its anatomy, is likely related. It is evolutionarily related to the viper wolf. Although many regions of the moon have yet to explore, xenobiologists currently believe that the Thanator may be an apex predator on land, reminiscent of terrain panther. This enormous, powerful animal is unique in its ability to lord over its territory and strike fear into the largest and fiercest of creatures. Feathered grasslands Thanator can only be found in the stone warriors in the south Crine Vale, in the heart of the plains. Kinglore wetlands Thanator. This Thanator is commonly to the flat, watery lowlands of the Kinglore forests. Once spawned a spool island in the Silk Woods domain of the Kinglore forests, south to the home tree. Petrified forest Thanator can only be found in the A Fool's Retreat in the center of the Writer's Stretch, in the heart of the plains. And last but not least for the subspecies, the white moss forest Thanator is native to the valleys and cluster pine of the clouded forest. It spawns the East Carvers River in the eastern part of the Cardini Pines domain of the clouded forests. Now for their variants. Feral Thanator. These feral Thanators are created through failed RDA experiments on Thanators, and these unstable predators have lost their connection to Awa. They are commonly to be flat, watery lands of the Kinloor forest and are mostly found in the thorny wilds biome. Rarer feral thanators are often found in the giant wilderness biome of the clouded forests. For their behavior, the feral thanator has been subjected to the traumatic alteration by the RDA. The, the most notable of these is removal of their neural whips, leaving the creatures unable to connect with their surroundings and packmates in a natural way, likely resulting in their erratic behavior. If you remove a neural whips, the animal will behave and start having aggressive aggressive behavior and overly violent temperament. The clan partook in ritualistic construction of the totems to teach unity and trust among its members, and some would even attempt to tame a Thanator as the ritual passed. The RDA is known to experiment on Thanators. They are project known as Feral Project in an attempt to train animals to become vicious killers that could be controlled. They had traumatic surgeries performed on them. Their cue, their sensitive neural whips were forcibly removed. This has resulted in them exhibiting erratic behavior, not only sensing their connection to Awa, but also other animals. And the Heartlands Feral Thanator, most commonly found near overgrown RDA facilities in the heart of the plains. There's not much information about them, either being a subspecies or it's just a Thanator that was transferred to the facility of the RDA.